Hello, everybody. Let me tell you a quick story. In 1975, I was pregnant with my first son, who's now in heaven. And while I was in the kitchen, it was a hot summer day, and I was frying some chicken. And I had on the top something like this where my chest was exposed, a summer dress. And while I was cooking the chicken, the grease just spit and burned me really bad. Obviously, I was much younger and didn't understand about water and grease mixing, and that grease just spit at me and burned my chest so bad. Well, that was 1975, and it's now 2018. I want you to know I have not fried chicken ever since. Now, there's two reasons why I have not fried chicken. In the beginning was because I was traumatized by the burn. And then later in years, it was like, I'm just not frying chicken for health reasons. But the point I want to make is that I was traumatized just by some grease. But you know what? There are people who have been traumatized by their childhood. It could have been incest, rape, poverty, bullying, being pulled in two different directions by their parents, abandonment, foster care. Whew. Just illness, cancer, car accident. There could be so many different things that can happen to us that traumatizes us, and we don't ever want to experience it again. So it causes us to shut down and live with fear, live with limitation, and never ever try something new again. So my story is about fried chicken. What's yours? What has traumatized you so much that you have limited yourself? What has traumatized you so much? Was it that nasty divorce? Was it that car accident? Was it the hurricane? Was it the bankruptcy? Was it losing that job? Was it love walking out the door? Was it domestic abuse? Was it that terrible boss you had? Was it that interview that you thought you had and you didn't get it, and now you don't want to look for another job? Or you went for an audition and you didn't get it, and now you don't want to go on any more auditions? Did somebody say something mean to you on the team or in the church and you just like shut down? You're traumatized? Oh, that's a trick. That's a trick of the enemy. That's a trick. So that you never fully experience the fullness of life. Don't allow the past to become your present and block your future. Heal thyself. Self-awareness is so powerful. Once you are aware of your default thinking, once you are aware that it is you that is blocking your blessing, once you are aware that your heart has been shut down because you were traumatized, you say, okay, I recognize that, but I'm not going to allow myself to live in such a small corner of the world because I was traumatized. I'm going to get over it. I'm going to walk through it. I'm going to heal that. I'm going to work through it. I'm going to make peace with my past. I'm going to realize it is the past, and I don't want to live my life in a little small box. So that burned chicken, that burned grease on my chest is still teaching me a lesson today. Okay, Jewel, you didn't get the contract. Okay, Jewel, you didn't get the speaking engagement. Okay, Jewel, you lost your son. Okay, Jewel, life can be challenging at times. Okay, Jewel, the money didn't come through. Okay, Jewel, just tragedy, loss, disappointment after disappointment. But you can't let that stop you. You've got to be unstoppable, immovable. Yeah. Okay, folks, hurt your feelings. Are you all in your feelings? See, feelings are expensive. I'm going to talk about that tonight on my webinar at 7 p.m. Pacific Coast time. My topic is feelings can cost you. Your feelings will cost you. You see, I focus a lot on emotional wellness and self-exploration and self-awareness and self-empowerment. I focus a lot on helping people to realize they are a spiritual being having a human experience. And in the human experience, you are going to experience pain. But as a spiritual being, you must realize you can rise above a lot of things. That's the story of Christ. Christ said, okay, you can crucify this body, but I'm going higher. I'm not this body. You're not your body. I'm not my body. I am a soul. I am a spirit that just showed up as Jewel Diamond Taylor. But when you understand that, you can tell excuses and fear and depression and worry and ego and pride to go sit down. Go take several seats. Go sit down. And we have to talk to ourselves like that sometimes. We just have to talk to ourselves. Let the natural man speak to the supernatural man that is within you. Let the natural man become aware that you know what's going on. It's a mental game. I see what's going on. I'm stopping myself. I'm hindering myself. I'm allowing fear from the past, from my pain to stop me. Oh, I see what I'm doing to me. I've got to stop blaming other people. I got to stop blaming the devil. I got to stop blaming the white people, the black people, the brown people. I got to stop blaming parents. I got to stop blaming the government. I got to stop blaming my friends that I thought were my friends. They turned out to be my frenemies. I got to stop blaming them and look in the mirror and say, wait a minute. Oh, stop it right now. Ego, sit down. Pride, go sit down. Worry, go sit down. Procrastination, go sit down. Excuses, go sit down. Did you hear what I said? Sit down. Sit down. Yeah. You have to talk to yourself like that sometimes. You have to talk to yourself like that. You gotta let them know, look, I know what you're doing. Enemy. What's enemy? Enemy. What's enemy? What's into you? Is it low self-esteem? Is it PTSD? You've been traumatized? What's into you? Ego? Or you think you all that? And don't get that confused with understanding the spirit man that you are. Ego is when you eclipse other people and you begin to think the world revolves around you, and you don't honor other people's personal power and spiritual power. Ego says, I have to be number one. Ego says, I'm going to protect and guard my fears. I'm going to protect that identity. Ego says, now you know you're a victim. And ego will make you stay in victimization. Ego will say, you know you're a failure. You know you're a loser. That's what ego will do. Ego wants to protect the identity that has been shaped over time. Oh, you're the crazy one. Oh, you're the loser. You're the broke one. You're the sick one. And the ego says that's our identity, so we're going to stick with that. How dare you dream? That's what the ego says. How dare you dream? How dare you think outside the box? The ego says, no, we're going to stay in our victimization. We're going to stay in this identity. The ego is an identity theft or thief. Let me get that right. It steals from you who you really are in God, who you really are, what your soul is crying out to be and to express. But depression will keep you from expressing who you really are. Won't you join me tonight? I'm having my webinar, 7 p.m. Pacific Coast time. I'm having my Women on the Grow retreat, October the 11th and 12th at beautiful Malibu. Have you ever been in Malibu during the Indian summer in October? It's magnificent. I'm also having my next Woman on the Grow Sunday Flow. Our Women on the Grow Sunday Flow will be 3 o'clock. Sunday, October the 28th, will be at the Museum of African American Art, which is on the 3rd floor of Macy's in Los Angeles, on the corner of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Crenshaw. I am Jewel Diamond Taylor, and I look forward to connecting with you. Yeah, reach out to me. Go to my website. Check out the new show that I'm going to be on called The Blend. Yes, I'm going to be a co-host on a wonderful talk show that is going to be premiering in October. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be on The Blend with Dr. Gloria, with Dr. Peace, and Dr. Tabitha, and yours truly, the Self-Esteem Doctor, on The Blend. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Stay in the light.